The Math Center presents the Pythagorean Theorem. In this presentation, we'll talk about the terminology used in the Pythagorean Theorem. Then we'll state what the theorem is. And finally, we'll show how to use the Pythagorean Theorem to solve geometry problems. The Pythagorean Theorem applies only to right triangles, which are triangles that have one right angle in them. The two sides of a right triangle that make up the right angle are called the legs. We'll call those sides A and B in this figure. The side of the triangle opposite of the right triangle is called the hypotenuse. In this picture, side C is the hypotenuse of this right triangle. The Pythagorean theorem states that the sum of the squares of the legs is equal to the hypotenuse squared, or simply a squared plus b squared equals c squared. Let's look at an example. Suppose we know that the legs of a triangle have lengths 3 and 4. What is the length of the hypotenuse? We know they are related by the Pythagorean theorem, so we'll start by writing a squared plus b squared equals c squared. In this case, a equals 3 and b equals 4, so we can plug them in. We get 3 squared plus 4 squared equals c squared. The next step is to square 3. 3 times 3 is 9, and then square 4. 4 times 4 is 16. So we have 9 plus 16 equals c squared. Add 9 and 16 and we get 25. We have 25 equals c squared. To find c, we need to take the square root of both sides. The square root of 25 is 5. So we have c equals 5. Next, we'll solve a geometry problem using the Pythagorean theorem. A 29-foot ladder leans against a house with the bottom of the ladder 20 feet away from the base of the house. How far up the wall does the ladder reach? First, we need to draw and label a picture as described in this scenario. We see that side C is the length of the ladder leaning up against the house, or 29 feet. Side B is the length from the house to the base of the ladder on the ground, or 20 feet. And side A is our unknown, how far up the wall the ladder reaches. Since we have a right triangle, we can use the Pythagorean theorem. Let's write a squared plus b squared equals c squared. We know b is 20 and c is 29, and we're trying to find a, so we can substitute these values. This gives us a squared plus 20 squared equals 29 squared. Use your calculator to compute the squares. You have a squared plus 400 equals 841. Now we have to get a squared on its own, so we will subtract 400 from both sides. 841 minus 400 equals 441. So a squared equals 441. To solve for a, we need to take the square root of both sides. It turns out the square root of 441 is 21. So a equals 21 feet. This means the ladder reaches up 21 feet. Thank you for watching this Math Center presentation on the Pythagorean Theorem.